The story begins with our main protagonist, called Eiji Hoshimiya, who is convinced that 10 years ago his wish destroyed the entire world. When he was only a small boy, Eiji made a wish with a special being. He doesn't quite remember what he wished for, but all he knows is that after his wish, people all around the world started dying, and great destruction began. The people who survived tried to rebuild the world, but it has taken a long time. Still, parts of the planet are destroyed. Entire pieces of cities levitate in the sky, green skies, floods all over the world, and beings called the Order. These magical beings can grant wishes and powers. The theory is that one of them caused the great destruction, and currently it is suspected there are 2,000 orders all around the world. Eiji thinks he himself is an order. In the present day, this is all part of everyday lectures in schools. Eiji doesn't have a lot of friends, and a lot of the time he is bored in class. After school, he goes to visit his stepsister, called Sina, in the hospital. She has a mysterious illness that none of the doctors can cure. After his visit, Eiji makes his way back home. As he walks down the destroyed streets, he blames himself for everything that has happened. He doesn't remember his wish clearly, but he remembers wishing that the world was destroyed. Suddenly, he sees a group of desperate people marching and looking for orders. Finally, Eiji manages to make it back home. There, he sees a floating girl with purple hair and eyes shaped like a cross. Her name is Daisy, and while Eiji doesn't know much about her, he knows that she appeared on the day of the Great Destruction. She has the power to turn someone's wish into a superpower. Eiji thinks both he and Daisy caused all of this destruction. Daisy greets Eiji and questions why he isn't using his powers. This angers Eiji. She tells him that he shouldn't be scared of using his powers as he doesn't quite remember what he wished for. Eiji is confused because he is convinced he caused the great destruction. Daisy just smiles and disappears. The next day at school, a new transfer student joins the class, whose name is Rin. Eiji thinks she is very beautiful and for the first time is excited to be at school. Afterwards, just before he enters his apartment, Rin meets Eiji. He is surprised and happy to see her. Rin tells him that she has lost her apartment key, so maybe he can call a locksmith. Eiji wants to help her, so he offers for her to come inside. The moment Eiji starts to unlock the door, Rin uses a taser and knocks him unconscious. When Eiji wakes up, Rin is revealed to be an assassin and is there to kill Eiji, who is revealed to be the order that destroyed the world. As Rin's parents died in the destruction, this mission is also personal. Just as Rin is about to stab Eiji, his powers activate, and she stabs herself. Eiji in a panic runs away. Now helicopters and special units are searching for him. Elsewhere, members of the secret organization that sent Rin are disappointed that she disobeyed an order and went after Eiji. Sina gets a call, and on the other end is a panicked and scared Eiji. He promises to visit her soon in the hospital. The phone call calms down Eiji and he makes his way to his stepsister. When he arrives at the hospital, it's all empty until Rin and some soldiers show up. Somehow she totally regenerated and is now holding Sina as her hostage. Rin stabs Sina with her swords and tells Eiji to meet her in another location. Eiji loses control and wakes up in a parking lot where Daisy appears, and she again tries to make him remember his true wish. Eiji finally remembers that he didn't wish for world destruction but world domination. Eiji arrives and Rin unleashes insane amounts of gunfire on him. Nothing happens and Rin starts to heal Sina without even wanting to. Eiji then reveals his Binding Dominator, a power which creates a domain in which Eiji rules over anything. Any being caught in Eiji's domain submits to his will. After he takes over the soldiers, Eiji now moves on to Rin. Rin remembers her parents dying in a giant fire, and she also remembers when she gained the power to heal herself and others around her. In the present, Eiji takes control over her and submits her to his will. She is not allowed to attack Eiji nor Sina. This makes Rin go into a rage, but she is unable to do anything to Eiji. Then suddenly Lieutenant Abraham Louis Frank shows up. He is also an order and has the power of time. He uses his power to smash Eiji's head into the floor. Eiji is captured and awakens tied up in a cell. Not even a moment passes and Rin shows up and starts to untie him. She explains that he has been captured and is now under the base of the Dazefu organization. She is still under his order and cannot kill him, but she wants to free him so that others don't kill him. The two make way through the vents where Rin tries to fire off a bullet and kill Eiji with a ricochet, but she ends up killing herself. However, she regenerates in no time and promises that even though she can't harm Eiji or his sister for now, one day she will kill him. Rin tries to take Eiji through the most dangerous path so he dies, but all she manages to do is kill herself multiple times. Finally, they find out where Sina is being held and Eiji wants to save her. Eiji and Rin fight off the soldiers and find Sina. She is levitating in a special chamber and Louis Frank is there guarding her. Rin has warned Eiji that Louis Frank can control time. Eiji tries to use 3 grenades to confuse Frank, but their fight is interrupted when several other orders arrive and stop the battle. The orders start to clap for Eiji and introduce themselves as the Dazefu Group of 10. The group's leader, called Yoshitsune Hiragi, explains that their mission was never to harm them, but instead to have them lead Japan. Since the Great Destruction, the Japanese government has not been able to function, so they could use someone like Eiji to take control. However, we see that Hiragi seems to have a plan he's keeping secret. Eiji accepts to be the new ruler as the Dazefu group promises they will find a cure for Sina's illness. After being held prisoner for a while, Rin is released. Eiji is uneasy with this new position, but he goes along with it anyway. He joins a meeting with the rest of the 10, and there he finds out the mission to conquer Yamaguchi. Eiji is shocked when it seems that he will have to be in the front lines of battle, so he tries to come up with his own strategy. Kanumeri, the main strategist, uses his powers on him and tells him not to interfere. After the meeting, one of the members of the 10 gives Eiji a gun. Later, the Dazefu group starts a broadcast with the Prime Minister. The broadcast is seen live on all the screens in Japan. The Prime Minister basically accuses Eiji of controlling the Dazefu organization to overturn the government. The Prime Minister then shows several hostages who are family members of the Dazefu 10. He starts executing them, so Eiji is shocked and has to think fast. Eiji then comes up with a plan to show just how dangerous he is. He begins shooting and killing all the members of the Dazefu Group 10. The Prime Minister doesn't understand what is happening. The broadcast ends and it is revealed that Eiji used his power to fake the bullet shots and all his allies are alive. This was just a way for him to stop the hostages from being killed. Eiji, Rin, and a couple of soldiers move through the tunnel to arrive at Yamaguchi to conquer it. The tunnel starts to collapse and they need to run. In the last moments, the same girl who gave Eiji the gun, called Io, shows up. She is part of the 10 and her order is seeing the future. With her power, she manages to save Eiji and Rin. They manage to escape the tunnel before it collapses. Eiji notices that Io has a strange bunny headband, but when he tries to touch it, Io flies away. She tells him if anyone touches her headband, she will get pregnant. Rin is attacked by Terra, the ruler of Yamaguchi and the Rock Order. Eiji and Io move in closer to help her, but suddenly Io starts to give birth. Confused and scared, Eiji tries to call for backup, but no one picks up on the other side. Terra reveals to Rin that the UN has ordered a nuclear missile to hit Eiji, and it seems that in order to protect their homeland, the Dazefu government sent Eiji to Yamaguchi so that the nuclear missile hits there. Eiji takes Io to the hospital. While there, he realizes that he was the target all along and no help is coming. Eiji contacts Rin and commands her to attack Terra to buy some time. Terra uses her powers of rock and petrifies Rin. She later uses the giant rock monster to attack Eiji. At the last second, Eiji manages to use his order power to create a force field. Terra then informs the citizens of Yamaguchi that Eiji is here, the one who caused the great destruction. The people start throwing rocks and attacking Eiji's force field. Meanwhile, Rin is still petrified when one of the 10 arrives, called Major Sundin. It is revealed that Sundin was feeding information about Eiji to the enemy this whole time. Eiji takes control of Terra and the people around him. He also uses his order power to control the rock god. He apologizes for all his sins and promises that nobody will be hurt. His plan is to stop the nuclear missile. The rocket is launched and there are only seconds until impact. When the nuclear rocket comes close, Eiji tries to use his powers to affect gravity. This slows down the rocket just enough for the rock god to be able to catch it. The rocket is still too powerful, but then some members of the 10 show up and help Eiji. They manage to stop the rocket, and it is revealed that the Dazefu government still needs Eiji. Hiragi gets on the line with the UN just before they launch the second nuclear missile. They refuse to make a deal and a second missile is launched. Eiji and his allies using the rock god prepare for the second missile. Terra realizes that Eiji is trying to help, and maybe isn't such a monster. She gives even more power to the rock god. The missile almost hits, but Eiji with the help of the others manage to stop it from exploding. Sundin also transports Rin to the battlefield and she helps heal the rock god. After some time passes, Rin is in the hot springs with the other girls of the Dazefu government. Even Terra has joined them. She thinks about Eiji and her vengeance, and part of her is seeing him in a new light. Later, Seiji arrives to see Sina has been transported into a room and Hiragi is there with her. Eiji attacks him, but Hiragi tells him that his sister has no memory of the incident with Rin and she thinks everything is normal. Then he tells Eiji that his sister's illness is very advanced and she only has half a year to live. Later, Sina is taken in her wheelchair to a special room by Hiragi. There, Eiji shows up and wants to get back his sister, but Hiragi tells him they will test if she has the potential to become an order. Hiragi also uses his order to overpower Eiji and command him to conquer Japan. Eiji and Rin go all over Japan as he uses his powers to slowly take over several cities. He takes over the Yakuza and other organizations that have power over the cities and its citizens. While on their travels, Eiji and Rin grow closer. They start sharing food and slowly the fire of vengeance in Rin's heart starts to become weaker as they both have grown closer. A man with a red eye then appears in the distance. His power is so great even Io senses him. While Rin is getting herself and Eiji some food, that same man appears behind her and releases her from Eiji and his order domain. She now has total freedom to kill Eiji. The Yakuza now seem to be attacking Eiji and he is confused to why his powers did not work. He is confronted by Hattori Hanzo, who turns out to have the same powers as Eiji. Rin shows up and attacks Eiji, also revealed to have the same eye as Hattori. The rest of the members of the Dazefu 10 shows up to help, and it is revealed in battle that Hattori is being controlled by someone else, a man with a red eye. Rin fights her former comrades and Eiji. Hiragi also arrives and uses his order of changing fact into fiction to heal everybody and win the fight. Rin and Hattori also escape. Eiji is confused about what happened, but then Daisy appears and reveals that the one behind this is Eiji's biological father, Hoshimiya Genai. Eiji doesn't believe this new information about his father as he died 10 years ago when the Great Destruction happened. After some time, to take his mind off the situation, Eiji and Io are sent on a mission. The whole time Io is thinking about her feelings towards Eiji. Meanwhile, Eiji is thinking about Rin and what she is doing. When they arrive at their mission location, they barely survive an avalanche and end up in an underground cave, where Io begins confessing her feelings, but then some mysterious people appear. One of them introduces herself as Shirabayashi Kuroko, a Miko of Izumo. She promises to help Eiji's sister with her illness if both he and Io win a game against her. The trials start, and at the end, with both of their combined powers, they manage to win. Right before Kuroko accepts to help, Matsudera Fumai, who is also part of PS6, the same organization that Eiji previously faced, appears. They battle, but Eiji manages to get the upper hand. Later, Fumai reveals that Daisy is actually a program that is used to locate orders. Daisy opens a portal to Rin and the others. A samurai order uses his powers and kills Kuroko. Later, Eiji and Hiragi talk, and finally Hiragi explains what Eiji's father really did. Hoshimiya Genai and Hiragi were scientists together, and their work included turning wishes into powers. Genai was always a good man, until one day he changed. He created a program called Daisy that had the capacity to turn wishes into powers. Genai then killed the lab and betrayed Hiragi. Eiji can't believe what he is hearing. Rin and Hattori kidnap Sina, and Eiji tries going after them but fails. He later goes out on a journey with Sunden to find his sister. It is revealed that Genai plans to unleash the second Great Destruction, and Sina decides that she will confront her father to try and stop him. Sina and Rin go out to eat before the meeting, where they connect and share a meal. Rin also tries to prepare Sina for the interview. When Sina arrives, she sees Jine and she notices that he doesn't look like the father she remembers. He hugs her and tells her an order. Genai had this whole thing planned, and he uses Sina to announce to the world that Eiji is evil and needs to be stopped. Genai then picks up a weak Sina and takes her away. Eiji arrives at the building while Rin and Louis Frank try to stop Genai, but they are defeated. Eiji arrives with an elevator and tries to save Sina. Suddenly, a giant sword slash is unleashed on the building. Eiji gets both his arm and leg cut off, and all the reporters and people in the building die because of the destruction. Genai tells Eiji that he will use Sina once again to begin a great destruction, and that Eiji has a role to play. Right before he leaves, Eiji activates his powers and regenerates, which even impresses Genai. Later, the news blame Eiji for all the deaths, and it seems that Daisy is monitoring people's feelings as hate and anger is spreading. Later, Eiji awakens in a lab with Io by his side. She tries to seduce him, but he refuses her advances as he cannot betray Sina. He explains that she is all he has. He then tells Io that Genai is not his father, but it is revealed that Daisy used an avatar to alter his memories. Eiji and Sina both remembered their father being kind, and he looked different. This was all a way to make them forget. Elsewhere, Hiragi and his team start an attack on Genai's base of operations. Genai and Sina talk, where he reveals that it was Eiji who begged him to hurry up with his research so that they could cure Sina. In his desperate attempt to cure Sina, Genai discovered the gate theory, which showed him that while our bodies are in this world, our minds are in a different reality. He also makes Sina remember everything. It wasn't Eiji who caused the Great Destruction, but it was Sina all alone. She first made a wish that opened the gate and created the orders, revealing that she destroyed the world. Eiji arrives just in time, and Genai tries to reason with him, showing him that this process will allow him to live any life he wants, in any universe he wants. Eiji refuses and goes after his sister. He awakens Sina and she stabs him. She remembers everything. It is revealed that after Sina opened the gate to the other world, she couldn't control her powers, and that is what caused the Great Destruction. Seeing his sister devastated by what she has done, Eiji developed a power that shifts her memories to him. She woke up in a bed sick and didn't remember anything. On the other hand, he convinced himself that he caused all the destruction. In the present, Sina is furious at her brother for lying and wants to open the gate again to make him happy. Eiji falls down into a pit where Rin was also trapped in. There, the two connect and with their love are able to heal and power up. The gate begins to open and Eiji and Rin attack Genai, with Hiragi and his allies also helping them. Finally, Hiragi uses his powers with his allies and kills Genai. With the help of the Iron God, the portal remains stable and Eiji finds the original Daisy. There he wishes for one final wish. She warns him if he loses control, another great destruction will happen. Eiji keeps calm and manages to reverse everything. The gate is forever closed, which means no more orders. Everyone returns to normal and Eiji is now hailed as the hero who saved the universe. We see Eiji, Rin and Io all waiting for Sina to celebrate her birthday, as now she is healthy and happy. And this brings the anime to an end. Comment if you would like a part 2. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on another video. Until next time, take care.